Before Marvel and DC cornered the superhero film market, there was the 90s, a decade filled with risk-taking flicks built upon a slew of wacky premises. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 superhero movies of the 1990s.
Let's do it, guys! Right. It's morphin' time! Triceratops!
Number 10, Black Mask. An invincible Jet Li on a mission to rid the city of a group of ex-commandos on a killing spree? Yes, please. Such was the plot of this 90s action-adventure flick. After special surgery renders him unable to feel pain, Cui Shik, or Simon in the US version, dons a black mask and sets out to cleanse his town of evildoers. Filled with exactly the same kind of intense action and brilliant fight sequences that Jet Li has made a career out of, this was a superhero movie with a martial arts twist. Or maybe a martial arts movie with a superhero twist. Either way, it's pretty sweet. Number 9, Mystery Men.
But if you're going to eat cake, you ought to use a fork.
You might just as well shovel it in.
This superhero spoof was in no short supply of quirky one-liners and outlandish set pieces. When Captain Amazing, the A-list protector of the fictitious Champion City, is kidnapped, three underappreciated superheroes with mediocre powers put together a team of misfits in an attempt to rescue him.
Everybody heard me say reset button, right?
Oh my god. Oh my god, we killed him.
What do you mean, we?
Lampooning many of the tropes made famous by other comic book adaptations, this film pushes humor to the forefront, never trying to be anything more than a hilarious look at a group of average Joe heroes. With superpowers such as getting angry and throwing cutlery on display, this film had a little trouble attracting a wide audience, but it's still a fun cult classic.
People who live in glass houses strange, because this is what happens!
Number 8, The Rocketeer. Owning the skies in a badass leather jacket has never looked so good. When stunt pilot Cliff Secord stumbles upon a jetpack that enables him to fly, he must deal with gangsters, Nazi agents, and the indomitable Howard Hughes, all of whom desperately want that jetpack.
Where's the rocket? We've got the girl. The rocket will come to us.
This period piece has a true comic book feel, mixing in moments of intense action with just the right amount of sly charm. While the film didn't wow audiences during its initial release, it remains an exciting adventure film that never takes itself too seriously.
I like it.
Number 7, The Mask.
Smokehead.
Was there ever any doubt as to who could properly bring this character to life? After discovering a mask that transforms him into a maniacal trickster with the ability to manipulate both himself and his surroundings, timid bank clerk Stanley Ipkiss wreaks havoc on a local gangster while righting a few wrongs along the way. Perfectly embodied by the unique talent of Jim Carrey, The Mask is one smokin' superhero. Noted for its excellent use of animation, this summer blockbuster made it clear that even lesser-known comic book heroes could be bankable properties. Shot for a mere $23 million, this flick would become the 4th highest-grossing film of the year.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
Number 6, Batman, Mask of the Phantasm.
Time to pay for your sins, Mr. Bronsky.
Based on the phenomenal Batman the Animated Series television show, this film took all the best aspects of the Dark Knight's animated adventures and threw them up on the big screen. When Gotham's crime bosses begin to turn up dead, the city points its fingers at the Dark Knight.
It's Batman!
Working to clear his name, Batman must deal with the shadowy killer while juggling an old flame who has recently re-entered his life. A neo-noir mystery straight out of a Raymond Chandler novel, this flick earned praise from critics, with many calling it the best animated film of the year. Noted for its excellent voice work and fantastic action sequences, this superhero film did not disappoint, animated or not.
Joker.
Number 5. The Crow. After a gang of thugs murders Eric Draven and his fiancée, he rises from the dead with supernatural powers and a singular goal: revenge. A dark and twisted tale of bloody vengeance, this film was praised for its visual style and strong acting performances, especially from the late lead actor.
Suddenly, I heard a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. What are you doing now?
While the movie has since garnered a resilient cult following, it will forever be remembered for the one death that wasn't in the script. When a prop gun accidentally shot and killed lead actor Brandon Lee, The Crow went from a gritty action flick to one of the most infamous films of all time. Number 4. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. Who would have thought that the secret formula for grossing $200 million was pizza, crime-fighting reptiles, and a talking rat? Yet, in the spring of 1990, it was the Ninja Turtles who ruled the box office. Together with their rat sensei Splinter, the Turtles must team up with a young reporter in order to stop the evil Foot Clan and their leader, the Shredder, from taking over New York City.
Attack!
Armed with an abundance of youthful flair, wicked fighting moves, and a love of all things pizza, these unconventional heroes took the world by storm. While the film wasn't exactly winning any Oscars, it has since become a lovely piece of nostalgia for those looking to be transported to a simpler time before Iron Man and Batman ruled the silver screen.
Where the heck is 122 and an 8?
You're standing on it, dude.
Number 3. Blade.
That's him.
It's Blade. It's the Day One.
All those people pushing to get tickets to the next Avengers movie have another Marvel character to thank: Blade. Being only the second Marvel property to receive a wide release in the United States, Blade was the first to achieve both critical and financial success. In the film, Blade is a half-man, half-vampire who must defend the world from a group of evil vampires who wage war on humanity.
Wait a minute. You use me as bait?
Get over it.
Featuring Wesley Snipes in the role that would make him a household name, this film has no shortage of badass action sequences. Number 2. The Mask of Zorro. A swashbuckling vigilante with charm to spare. Characters like Zorro are why people go to the movies, including the Wayne family. This franchise reboot set in 19th century California sees an aging Zorro, played by Anthony Hopkins, pass the torch on to a young thief, played by Antonio Banderas.
Yes, my friend, you would have fought very bravely and died very quickly. Who then would avenge your brother?
It would have found their way.
Filled with exactly the kind of action and intrigue made famous by the character in previous incarnations, this film ups the ante by combining impressive stunt work with an array of beautiful set pieces. Staying in popcorn flick territory definitely served the film well, as the market would soon be saturated with an influx of gritty origin stories. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
There's a big world out there, and it's up for sale, all of it. All we gotta do is make sure that the people know I'm the one big enough to run it.
And that you are guilty of attempting to bribe an officer of the law.
Number 1. Batman Returns. After the success of 1989's Batman, it was only a matter of time before the Dark Knight returned to protect Gotham once more. This time around, Batman must do battle with all manner of criminals as the Penguin teams up with corrupt businessman Max Schreck in a plot to take over the city, as usual.
I believe he's on extended vacation. He's good.
Good. Hiya, Max.
remember me?
With the addition of Danny DeVito, Christopher Walken, and Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, this superhero flick was overflowing with A-list talent. Heralded for its visual style and poignant musical score, Batman Returns' $45 million opening weekend gross was the highest in history up until that point. While praise for the film dipped in comparison to its predecessor, one cannot argue its place in the pantheon of superhero films.
Nice kitty. Nice kitty. Nice kitty.
Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite superhero film of the 90s?
Why don't you tell me?
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 I don't know, you tell me.
Do I mind what? Do I?
Silence!
For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Can't make the scene if you don't have the green. I better make a little stop.